What's up, everybody, and welcome to Podcasting with Power. We're wearing the same clothes as last week because this is a pre-record. We didn't want to record on Thanksgiving as we normally would record on a Thursday, so we're going to give you a shorter episode today with a full evergreen topic for you, like we like to give you, but no news this week, so we're going to skip over that. I'm Zachary Davis, that's Jordan Carlson. How will your future Thanksgiving be?
It's gonna be good. You know, I'm imagining myself making deviled eggs, which is my responsibility. Which okay. I'm very thrilled about. I have this crazy new deviled egg maker. Well, not deviled egg maker, hard-boiled egg boiler thing.
Yeah.
And
I like that.
I'm a huge kitchen appliance fan, so when I had this thing stumble into my life, it really changed the game for me. So I'm pumped to bless this party with some deviled eggs.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah. I can't ask you what you've been playing this week because it hasn't been a week. So do you have any short holiday break gaming plans?
Oh, I do. And to be honest with you, I don't know that I understand the full capacity of it, but I do know for certain that my Wednesday night of Thanksgiving Eve is going to be jam-packed full of hanging out, getting online, playing some games. And I'm so excited.
There you go.
So excited.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. I am hoping to, I have gotten back into Ghost of Yotei a little bit. I'd been playing it, and then I went out of town the weekend following Pokemon coming out. So I took that with me, and I just kept playing that when I came back. So hopefully I'll have a little bit of, a good chunk of time to play through that and hopefully finish that game.
Gosh.
But let's give them the rigmarole here. Some housekeeping. Podcasting with Power is an independent podcast made by the two of us, and your support goes a long way. You can watch PWP on YouTube or Spotify, or listen on Apple, Spotify, or anywhere else you get your podcasts. Wherever you are, we'd really appreciate if you would follow, like, comment on, or review the show. You can also keep up with us on Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, and more at Pod with Power. We post show updates, clips, and anything else we think you might find interesting. So check that out and help support the show. Because this is a pre-record, as I mentioned, there's no news. But I will still give you the out this week because it's a huge week of releases somehow. So we'll start with December 1st. We've got Marvel Cosmic Invasion on Switch 1 and 2. This just got announced the day we're recording this to have a cool physical release. I don't think that had been public knowledge as of yet. So there's a standard and a collector's edition of that. Then on December 2nd, it's a stacked day, we've got Red Dead Redemption on the Switch 2, Assassin's Creed Shadows on the Switch 2, Simogo Legacy Collection on Switch 1 and 2, and Kato's Post Office on Switch 1. On December 3rd, we have Viewfinder coming to Switch. And then again, on December 4th, we have a pretty stacked day. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond on Switch 1 and 2. Can't wait for that. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds on Switch 2. And Octopath Traveler 0 on Switch 1 and 2. And then rounding out the week on December 5th, Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny is coming to Switch 2. I feel like that already is on Switch 1, because I feel like I have read that title before.
I feel like you're right.
But obviously, this is far in the future for us. But I think we are going to have some things to play this coming week, right?
I think
between Octopath and Metroid, and I think there's some good stuff.
Definitely Octopath. Pretty stoked on that. Mm-hmm.
I really want to play Marvel Cosmic Invasion. This kind of arcade brawler with the Marvel stuff. I think that will be very fun. So, okay. Our topic, because it's a pre-record and it wasn't necessarily going to be tied to some news event or something happening, I wanted kind of something a little more off the wall.
Okay.
So I just have it titled here as Rethinking Super Smash Brothers. So I have two places I want to go with this, and I don't know which one makes more sense to start with.
Okay.
But on one hand, I want us to come up with some fighters that we would add to Smash now, or a new Smash that would be coming out. Some newcomers, maybe they're third party, maybe they're Nintendo characters, whatever they may be. And then the other thing I would like to do is there's this idea that Smash Ultimate is too big, that they can't add any more to Smash, right? So that the logical play would be to reboot it with a smaller roster. And so I thought if we had to create a rebooted Super Smash Brothers with a 12 fighter roster like the original had, who would make that list? So two kind of subtopics there for you. Where would you like to go first?
Man, that rewriting who the main roster would be, it's going to be tough.
I think so.
It's going to be really tough.
Yeah. I think we're going to spend more time on that.
I think so, because we're going to have to iron it down a little bit. Yeah. Do you want to start with that?
Well, I'm thinking, why don't we go through the fighters who we feel like could be in Smash Ultimate or whatever.
Okay.
Because I feel like we're gonna go through our picks, and then I feel like we can get into the real meat and potatoes of Smash Bros.
All right. Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay. Do you have one you'd like to start with?
Well, I'd like to give you a little bit of perspective as to how I took this one.
Okay.
So I went a little crazy.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And my thought with this was, we've got the core folks here. Okay.
Sure.
So if we're reaching, and we want to add some people to this. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a little comical.
Okay. I feel like we got some deep cuts coming.
We got some deep cuts coming. We definitely do. So I'll start it off. I'll go a little tame. Okay. To start off on my end here. And I feel like we didn't have a lot of representation from this at all, obviously. But we've gotten a lot of new entries from this game, and I think it's about time we bring them into Smash. So I went with Professor Egad from Luigi's Mansion.
Oh man, I love that. That having just coming off of Luigi's Mansion and remembering how funny he is as a character.
Yeah.
That's a great pick.
I could just imagine he's like, what and they play the music, and then he his final Smash move would just be something insane, plays the music.
So it's funny. I didn't think of Egad, but I do have here. I put down two characters that wouldn't necessarily be new, but I would rework into something different. And one of them is Luigi with the Poltergust.
Yeah,
make that kind of the base of his moveset. But I think it makes more sense to just add Egad and do that.
Love it.
Yeah,
give me.
No, that's
Egad.
a great pick. I also want to start in the Mario universe.
Okay.
And this is one that I felt for a long time should be here because his moveset would be so different, and that is Paper Mario.
Oh, that's on my list.
There are so many cool things you can do with that, right? With all the different powers and sidekicks and badges, and we've got Dr. Mario, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like Paper Mario's a lot more unique than that. So yeah, I would love to see Paper Mario. He looks so good in Smash, just tweaked a little bit to fit that art style. Yeah.
Yep. And I can imagine all of his moves. He could have he could whip out some of his sidekicks, do some of their special abilities.
Yeah. Turn into a little airplane and recover, all that stuff.
I had Paper Mario on my list as well.
Okay.
Now, before I continue through my list, I wanted to ask you a question because for that second part, when we're reeling in the cast.
Yeah.
Are you adding characters who were not previously represented but are serious, or are you dwindling down that original roster?
So my list, you're right, is comprised completely of characters that are already in Smash in some way. I don't think it has to though.
Okay.
I don't believe it has to.
Totally fine. That's totally fine. That I just want to know where I can go fully because I have a bunch of different.
Yeah. If you have a newcomer you want to save for that, I understand.
Okay. I just wanted to clarify.
Okay.
All right. So again, back to the world of adding someone brand new.
Okay.
I got a couple stretches. Like I said, I want to go Bottles from Banjo-Kazooie.
Ooh, okay. Bottles is an interesting pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Why not Mumbo?
Mumbo, I have / Mumbo, actually,
Okay.
because Mumbo Magic would be incredible.
Yeah.
But like I feel like we need to touch this. The Smash roster has historically always kind of encompassed the history of Nintendo. You know, we've had Rob. We've historically had different Pokemon representing them. We had Pokemon Trainer. I feel like we need to represent a little bit more of early Nintendo in there, and I think that I think that Banjo. I mean, obviously, Rare, right? But like, still, that was a big piece of the N64 era. So
I like that. Yeah, Rare is an interesting one, right? Because like Banjo's obviously the obvious pick, and he's in there. Bottles is great. Could you see them ever doing Conquer? Because I don't think Nintendo would go for it.
I don't think they would either, but I wish they would.
I think Microsoft would be like, yeah, cool, take them. Like, yeah, but I don't think Nintendo wants them.
No, I don't think so. I feel like that's like you're referencing like a dark time for them, and they don't want to do that.
Yeah. I'm with you there.
That would be historic, though. Oh my god.
Well, I'm going to give you something. You went back in time. I'm going to go to something more current. And that is, and this one would replace a current fighter. I want to replace the Wii Fit trainer with the Ring Fit trainee and the Ring.
Oh, okay.
Because I think there are some, it would play similarly, I think, to Wii Fit trainer, but I think you can add a little bit of that kind of, those fantasy elements, that kind of stuff that game does.
Okay. I like that a lot.
Yeah. So not necessarily adding a spot, but I think it's much more of a character than the Wii Fit trainer is.
No, I like that. I actually have a similar one that I'll do, but I'll save it.
Okay.
My next one is a serious one.
Yeah.
I think this one would be very cool, but Little Knight for Hollow Knight.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
I think that could be a really cool addition. I feel like it'd be another speed character, somebody who you could fight, rival Fox with, perhaps.
I like that. So one of my spots here I have written down, it just says an indie darling. And then next to it, I have Hollow Knight, Shovel Knight, or Sans from Undertale.
Okay.
I couldn't decide who, but I think that's probably, when adapting to Smash, I think that's probably the best option. I think you nailed it. Okay, I like that. I'm gonna give you my last Nintendo character, and I want to see how they make it work. Right, this is a Mario character who doesn't jump, but has a lot of personality, has a lot of tools at their disposal, and that is Captain Toad.
I knew it. I just,
I can. They have no problem adding more Mario to Smash. Right, so I know 2 of my picks are Mario characters already, but come on, I mean, he's the biggest thing you got. So let's put in some more Mario characters, some unique Mario characters. We've got between Paper Mario, Captain Toad, and Egad from you. I mean, we're nailing it. We're killing it.
I love that. My next one that I'm going to do is going to be also a replacement.
Okay.
And I would replace Young Link. We're talking like full rosters. Okay. So I'd replace Young Link, and I would like to do Skull Kid.
Ooh, okay.
Yes. I did put Midna down as a choice, but I feel like Skull Kid would just have more of an arsenal of moves.
I thought about Midna, but pairing her with Wolf Link specifically.
That would be cool. Yeah.
And I don't know how that would work, but I like Skull Kid, and I think there's a move set there.
See, if you did Wolf Link and Midna, I imagine that the third jump would be like her doing the
bloop, bloop. Yeah.
Like, oh my god, it'd be so That's sweet. Cool. Especially if we get that final Twilight Princess Wind Waker situation on the Switch 2. What a time to bring that back.
Do you see your Skull Kid having obviously the Majora's Mask, right?
Yeah.
Using some of that? Okay. That's cool. Okay. Well, when did I just highlight here? Okay, so I'm gonna move into third party now.
Okay.
And this is one we've got a lot of Mario's rivals, and other characters from other franchises. Sonic, of course, being the biggest one. But if there's another rival to Mario that isn't Sonic, it's Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, yes. Nice.
Come on.
Yeah.
And again, his moveset writes
That
itself.
is a good one.
He's got all sorts of things he's riding. He's throwing those fruits. He's spinning around. Crash is like made for Smash Bros.
Yeah. I mean, the moveset's already there.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
Okay.
Where are we going?
I think the next one is a given. I think we got to bring the Octolink from Splatoon.
Okay.
I think we got to do it. I mean, it was one of Nintendo's biggest newer titles.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it'd be cool to have that representation.
Now, is this something you see as a separate character, or is this like a reskin of the Inkling?
I think that it would be a new character. I think we need more.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would like to see some variety for sure.
Yeah, because I mean, like, there's more. They're doing much more in that space, kind of creating more of a world. I feel like we would want to, give them a different moveset, or almost like an Ice Climbers kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like that. So as Nintendo kind of takes its seat of power in the gaming industry again, as it used to have, third parties are flocking to the Switch. We've got Steve from Minecraft, but I want to go to the next biggest game in the world, and that's Fortnite.
Oh,
and I don't know exactly who it is, right? It's probably Jonesy. He's the most kind of recognizable face. But I wrote here, it could easily be Peely, it could be Fishstick. And, it could they could be just alternate skins and have the same moveset. But I mean, you've got the little parachute, you've got all the different weapons, you've got the shockwave grenade that, throws somebody, flies them away.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of cool variety you can do with that.
So I had an idea, and I didn't really know where to go with this because we already have so much Link representation. I mean, we were just talking about the possible Wolf Link, but the Link Between Worlds Link with his like portrait ability would be a cool, you know what I mean? Like that'd be a cool, represent the DS era a little bit, maybe.
Okay. I like that. Not my favorite Zelda game, but I do like it.
You fucking hate that one.
I need to replay it. I remember not liking it.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is my last one here that I came up with. And again, it's kind of one where I'm not sure exactly where it can go, but I think it's time, with how much legacy this series has on Nintendo past and it looks like future. I want a Resident Evil character in Super Smash Brothers, and I think it can either be Leon, Resident Evil 4, Jill Valentine, or I guess Chris Redfield if you wanted to go the OG, because Resident Evil Remake obviously was a big deal. But we could look ahead and go Grace Ashcroft from Requiem, which is not out yet. So I don't know exactly what Resident Evil looks like in Smash, but I think we need one.
I think I agree. I think Leon's a great choice.
Yeah, he'd be my first choice, but I could see how they might want the synergy of the new game and Grace and all that. So
that's true.
Do you have many more? I don't know how many you have.
I have a lot of joke ones, but
okay.
I can give you one last one.
You can rapid fire them if you want. I don't
rapid fire. I'll rapid fire if you want.
Okay.
Goose from Goose Game.
Oh, okay.
Goose Game.
Sure.
I have the shopkeeper from Link's Awakening.
Why? He's got one move.
Yeah, man. Shock you. He shocks you, dude. He kills you.
Okay.
The genie from Diddy Kong Racing.
My God. Okay.
I have Tingle's uncle who makes maps from Tingle Island.
Why not Tingle? Because I almost put Tingle.
I went a little more obscure with it. I had to go with Tingle's uncle.
All right. I like that.
And actually that's about it, because I already gave you a mumbo when we talked about bottles. So
okay,
that concludes my joke list of Smash Brothers characters.
like it. I have one more rework on there. I mentioned Luigi with Poltergust. I would rework Captain Olimar, and I would put him. I would either make him the rescue core character, which is you in Pikmin 4 with Ochi, or Captain Olimar with Moss, and have Yon the dog. And you can still do a lot of the Pikmin attacks, but now you have this other thing that can charge and dig and do all this other stuff. It kind of, expands his moveset a little bit.
Okay.
Because I know people don't like playing as Olimar. I do, but I know it's not everybody's favorite.
Do you ever feel like pressured to be Olimar? Like you're like, I want to be Olimar?
I do, and I can tell when I do it because it pisses people off. They're like, come on, like this is, like, take this seriously. And then I do all right. But yeah, I don't play against a lot of Olimars.
You know what element that we're missing from Smash Bros that I wish they would explore more?
What's that?
Items in a different way.
Okay. How so?
And like, it'd be cool to see different throwback items. So like, I know they've done throwback items historically, but like, give us like the boot from Mario Bros. 3.
Yeah. Yeah, that I feel like would really work, right?
Yeah. Like you hop around, jump on people. Like that'd be pretty cool. Or and like,
hazards when it hurts you and that kind of stuff. I think there's a lot of potential there.
Yeah. Like I feel like we should be exploring like that kind of space. Or even like, can you imagine there was like an item, like we were talking about Wolf Link. Like what if there was an item that transformed the character into a different version of that character, but you weren't able to choose that character?
Interesting.
Like almost like, because there's tons of like, when you think about Mario or you think about Donkey Kong, like we were talking about Paper Mario for Mario, like if there was some kind of like item that you could jump up and grab and it would transform you into like a strange different version of them that has a whole different move set, but like you could unlock it. Like people would really seek that out, I think, in battle. Cause I mean, that could be the opportunity for Smash Bros to have like OP move sets as that version.
Right.
Like transforming a Wolf Link and you have like some kind of mega attack with Midna.
Yeah.
Maybe she uses like the my gosh, I'm like blanking right now, but like the different fused shadows.
Yeah. Yeah.
And performs one of those like ancient magic attacks or something.
Okay.
Or what if Link, maybe it wasn't a transformation for Link, but maybe you got like one of the champions or something and you could do like a mega attack with the champion. Like how cool would that be?
And I like the idea of tying it to an item because then it's not going to piss off the competitive people because they can just turn it off.
Right.
They do anyway, right?
So you can turn it off.
Yeah, that's it.
But you still get that cool Easter egg,
Yeah. If I could turn into Slippy as Fox or Falco.
Or like even if it was like super obscure, like maybe Mario turned into that weird little lemon guy from Mario RPG and did like the electrical attack.
Sure. Yeah, that was a pull. Okay. I like that.
Like there's like maybe there's like you have the chance of turning into it. Maybe it's multiple different ones. Maybe Mario has a bunch of different ones. Maybe that's Luigi's Mansion versions of Luigi,
okay.
I feel like that's such a cool, easy way to maybe work in a different build of a character without having to flesh out the entire moveset, but give them like, the punches and the kicks and then a couple of bigger attacks and that's it,
Yeah. Do you think that they will, in the next Smash Bros, whatever that looks like, are they gonna add some of these more recent features to some characters? Like, do you see like Mario getting like Cappy? Or
I hope so. I
or
hope
like
so.
Donkey Kong getting like Pauline and having the singing and like
that was one I thought about, but I honestly just felt like Donkey Kong and Pauline would be pretty much just Donkey Kong as they are now, so I didn't put it on my list.
I just mean like, do you think they'll add her to him and that's just part of?
I hope, because contrary to the list that I had, I mean, I did, I had a couple serious entries there, but most of them were jokes. But I mean, like, I think that we kind of do have to move more recent. Like we do have to introduce the newer versions of the characters and maybe change up the movesets. Like that's kind of how Smash Bros, I think, is going to stay relevant,
Yeah. Like when they added Flood to Mario and Brawl, like I thought that was a cool addition.
Super cool.
Okay. So, let's do the other half of this topic, which is reboot. We've been tasked with rebooting Super Smash Bros. With a reduced roster, and Nintendo has said you get to pick 12 spots. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna read you the original 12 from the N64 Super Smash Brothers game. Okay.
Okay.
So that game featured Mario, Donkey Kong, Link, Samus, Yoshi, Kirby, Fox, and Pikachu. That was your initial roster. And then you could unlock Luigi, Captain Falcon, Jigglypuff, and Ness. So the first question, of course, who are we taking out? Who stays and who is getting kicked to the curb here?
Man, I gotta tell you, I gotta boot Jigglypuff.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, we already got Pikachu.
I'm gonna go one further. I think all 4 secret characters are gone. Luigi, Captain Falcon, Ness, and Jigglypuff. Do you want to fight for any of them?
You know, the only reason I didn't go to eliminate Ness immediately was because of Earthbound, and it's an argument in the United States because we didn't fucking know who that was.
No, and I mean that game came out in 1995.
Yeah.
Even Mother 3, which, like you said, didn't come out here, that was 2005. That was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And that was the last. Yeah.
If we're speaking for the United States of America, I think Ness has got to go.
I think Ness does have to go, and it's a relevance thing.
It does.
I get it. I get why he was there then, but
yeah, I think you're right. I mean, Captain Falcon. Selfishly,
I unfortunately feel the same way about Captain Falcon. I like F-Zero, but
I don't give a fuck.
Where's he been? Yeah. So he's gone.
He's gone. That's fine. Yeah.
All right. And then the last secret character that I'm proposing we get rid of is Luigi.
Yeah.
We don't have a spot for him. We've got a plumber.
Yeah.
We don't need you.
Sorry, Luigi, but we got Mario, and you didn't make it. I know he's used to it.
So we've cut it down now to the starting 8.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think any of them deserve to go?
How many are we filtering down to here?
Well, we're going to get back up to 12, but I'm asking
okay.
who of this original 8 do you think doesn't make the cut?
Yoshi.
Well, I have one to start if you'd like that.
Is it Yoshi?
So Yoshi's kind of on the bubble for me.
Okay.
If you want to get rid of Yoshi, I will axe Yoshi right now.
I got it.
Yoshi could pack his bags.
We just agreed to murder Yoshi. You're like, I will axe him right now. You just say the word,
right now.
And he's gone.
He's not even the one I wanted to send home, but yeah, we can kill Yoshi.
It's hard. Okay, hold on. Before we axe Yoshi, Yoshi's still alive.
Okay.
What is your perspective on this? Like, how are you framing this?
I am framing. I'm taking legacy into account, right? But I am mostly framing it under what is Nintendo right now. I'm making this first Smash Bros. Game right now. Who are the 12 fighters that represent what Nintendo is?
All right, well, then we got to axe Yoshi.
Because, I mean, we've got Mario, obviously should be here. And I think Donkey Kong should be here, but like a third Mario character? I don't know.
Do you consider
I think Yoshi's...
Donkey Kong a Mario character?
I do, but also I don't. And that's why I think he's safe. Plus, again, the legacy thing. He kind of started everything
he did
we do now with Nintendo.
And not only that, but he has a brand new title that came out in July. So
of course,
he's around. Huge. He's relevant.
Yeah. Game of the Year nominee, Donkey Kong.
Yoshi's got a game that we might axe before it comes out. We don't even know.
Yeah, we don't even know.
The
other original 8 that I think should go is Fox.
Yeah, I would have to agree with Fox.
Which is hard because as much as Fox hasn't been relevant in a very long time, his last game came out almost 10 years ago, and that was not good. Fox is a mainstay with Smash Bros, though. That's kind of where I'm at with him. Is people really like playing as Fox in these games. So
yeah,
I think he's got to go, but I could understand why you got to keep him.
Yeah.
So now we're down to 6. Do you Mario, Donkey Kong, Link, Samus, Kirby, and Pikachu? Would you like to kill anyone else?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think we got to stick with those guys because they're all relevant still. Yeah, they are though. I mean,
so there's the one I think that we could go to would be Samus.
Axe?
Yeah, but
really?
The thing is, like, Samus pops up often enough.
Yeah.
That I kind of want to keep her around.
I mean, because we got the way I see it right now is we're still getting Kirby.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But we're also still getting Samus. And we've got your highly anticipated, probably maybe not going to be so good Metroid Prime game coming out.
That's true, but I mean, even Dread just a couple years ago was great, and that, you know,
it was.
Yeah. So I like this 6 that we have left.
Okay.
Let's build back up to 12.
Okay. So all right. So we've got Mario, DK, Link. We just axed Samus.
No, I think we should keep Samus.
We'll keep Samus. All right. So Mario, DK, Link, Samus, Yoshi, Kirby, Fox, Pikachu.
No, I killed.
4, 5,
I
6.
killed Yoshi and Fox.
Kirby, Pikachu, Mario, DK, Link, Samus. All right.
Yeah. So we have 6. So we're gonna bring in 6 new ones. If somehow we get to a point where we're kind of at a stalemate, maybe Samus has to go. I don't know if we can make a case for it, but okay. So where do you want to start here?
Well, I'm thinking about the franchises that are the biggest right now and where we would need to add somebody in, but I'm also thinking about the quality of game and gameplay here.
Okay.
We should establish some ground rules, I think.
Okay. No more killing characters.
No more killing. Do we? Man, this might not be the right question to ask. We'll talk through it. I'll just say what I'm thinking. Do we have multiple people per title here? Or are we trying to keep it separate?
So I don't. Again, if we're counting Mario and Donkey Kong, then sure. And then Mario and so I'll level with you. On my list, I did keep Yoshi. But I'm cool with him going because of the Mario thing. I think you would have to make a strong case for doubling up. For anyone that's not Mario or Pokemon. And even then, I don't know, but I think you'd have to really put your arguing shoes on and make it happen.
Put your arguing shoes on. Okay. Where do you want to take this? I don't know. I want to be in charge of where we take this. I think is what it is.
Okay. Well, I want to pick one that I think we're going to agree on.
Okay.
I want to lock a spot in.
Okay.
And this, you kind of already spoke on this a little bit, but I think that Splatoon in recent years has become a major part of Nintendo. 3 titles in the past 10 years with another one, coming next year. So I'm putting the Inkling.
Okay.
On the list. I don't know if you have any objections to that, but
no.
I think it's hard, even outside of games like Nintendo merch. Like we looked at in our holiday gift guide episode, we looked at the Nintendo website. There's a lot of Splatoon stuff on there.
Mm-hmm.
They really want to put Splatoon in front of you.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. I think that's a safe choice. I have a safe choice, I guess, where I can take that next, I think, too.
Okay.
Or at least I thought it was. It's a character I already brought up. I think that with how I was going to say important that this indie was, I feel like bringing in Hollow Knight would be a wise move. I think that'd be really cool, and a lot of people would love to see it.
Okay.
What are your feelings on that? What do you think?
I did not put any characters outside of Nintendo on the list.
Oh, wait.
For me.
Okay.
And I just don't know if Hollow Knight is the first place I would go if I wanted to expand beyond Nintendo. Is kind of where I'm at.
Okay.
But I also don't think it's a bad pick. I mean, Hollow Knight obviously has a strong legacy on the Switch and Silksong on the Switch too now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like that answer a lot.
See, the reason I would fight for it is because of how big it is and how widely anticipated. And it would kind of,
Yeah.
like when we talk about adding, like you were saying, Steve from Minecraft and those folks from out
And Fortnite, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I feel like Hollow Knight deserves a spot.
Yeah, and
But,
I think yeah. I there's something about Hollow Knight is like a gamer's game. You know what I mean?
yeah.
In the way that like Minecraft and Fortnite are not.
Okay.
And so I like leaning into Hollow Knight more than those two, even though I think those two maybe have broader appeal. And like we talked about earlier, I can see the Knight's moveset. I can, that makes a lot of sense to me.
We could put it on hold. I mean, we got 12
Yeah,
spots.
I don't want to fight it. I want to see maybe where we end up.
Okay.
But
yeah, put them on the bench. Put them on the bench.
Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed it, but I like it.
Okay. And then I got to ask too, just so I know where else to go with my list here. Are you considering players who've already shown their face in a Smash series already?
Yeah, so all of my picks have been in at
Smash.
The very least Smash Ultimate. Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Some of them more.
Cool. Okay. I've got a pool. Whoa, shit. I've got a pool.
Okay. I want to go with another one that I don't think will be controversial, but I do want some input as to who it should be from this series, okay?
Okay.
So I think Animal Crossing is another one that has to be here.
I agree. Fuck.
And so I put Villager because I like that, and I kind of like how broad that character's moveset is in Smash 4 and in Ultimate. But I can understand making a case for Isabelle. I could understand making a case if we wanted to do something new with Animal Crossing, even doing like Tom Nook.
I had Tom Nook on my list.
Like he's kind of the face of the series, right?
Mm-hmm. That's why I put him, and I also thought that would open us up to different move sets with this, because I mean, like with the Villager, we know what we get, we've seen it. But with Tom Nook, maybe we open it up to something different.
Yeah. Because frankly, Tom Nook can do everything the Villager can do.
Right.
You can probably give him some more if you wanted to.
Right.
So, okay. I'm cool with that. I want to replace the Villager with Tom Nook. I like that. Because I think he's a lock. You've got to have Animal Crossing, and he is probably the best face of that.
Okay. I have a similar proposition for you.
Okay.
So, another big series for Nintendo throughout the years.
Yep.
Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
I feel like we need Fire Emblem representation.
I've got one of those, yeah.
Do we go with where should we go with it? Because we've had a couple of folks from Fire Emblem.
So, yeah, we've had a lot.
Yeah.
So, we are not, admittedly, the biggest Fire Emblem guys.
Yeah.
We've played a little bit here and there over the years, different titles.
Mm-hmm.
I think that aside, I think the obvious answer just for legacy and how long he's been around is Marth.
That's what I have is Marth. And I just wasn't sure if that was the uncool Fire Emblem answer these days.
I feel like it's either Marth or it's like whoever the current Fire Emblem character is. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So, okay. So let's put Marth.
Okay.
I like that. Yeah, because again, Fire Emblem needs to be there.
Yeah.
Okay, so my next... Now I feel like I'm kind of beyond the agreement stage here. But I feel like I can make a solid case for Captain Olimar. Okay?
Wow.
Obviously Pikmin was not around when Smash 64 came out. Since then, though, in the 25 years since then, we have received 4 games that are all of high quality. We're not going to talk about Hey Pikmin. We're not going to talk about Pikmin Bloom, which has its fans. But Pikmin has been around. And a big merch seller.
Yeah.
We're getting these little short videos, these weird short videos, shadow drops on Nintendo today. I think Pikmin has to be here because I've kind of talked before about how like I think Pikmin is like the most Nintendo series there is.
I can't fight you on this one. I can't because I agree. I mean, Honestly, if we haven't gotten those like little short film things, I think maybe I would. But
Yeah. Okay. That
it's
did it for
too
you.
it's relevant now, and
Yeah.
it's coming with us. So I feel like we probably should represent Pikmin.
I think we're going to get more Pikmin in the next few years. I do.
Yeah.
I think 4 was really bringing it into the spotlight, and I think we're going to get more Pikmin. So, okay, we are back up to 11.
Whoa, so fast.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So,
what do we got?
So from our original roster, we have Mario, Donkey Kong, Link, Samus, Kirby, and Pikachu. We have added Inkling, Little Knight, Tom Nook, Marth, and Captain Olimar.
Well, Little Knight we put on the bench.
I know, but he's here for now.
It's here for now. So we could have 2 more.
Well, I want to hear who you've got, because I really have only 1 more that I feel strongly about. And then we'll kind of figure that out. But if you have more, by all means, let's hear them.
I do. I'm kind of wagering like whether or not they're worth if the juice is worth the squeeze. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But I think, which one do I want to fight for here? Because you know what I'm also doing at the same time is kind of wagering like what styles of fighter are we representing already with the roster we have.
That's true.
And that's one thing I'm trying to keep up with here on who we have here. Because where I was gonna take this was Sonic.
Okay, I thought Sonic could come up. I did.
And I'm not in love with Sonic as a character to choose, but I want to represent the type of fighter he is because we eliminated Fox.
That's true.
So I'm trying to even out the roster a little bit.
Okay. I don't love the Sonic pick.
I don't either.
I don't know why. He just doesn't feel right for this.
No, he feels weird. He feels weird, and I
don't feel this way about Little Knight. Which is
I feel better about Little Knight than I do Sonic.
But something about Sonic, I just go, no.
We didn't invite him to the party. Is what it feels like. He just showed up.
Right.
You know,
he just ran up and
like if anything, for some reason, I'd rather have Knuckles.
Well, yeah, I'd definitely rather have Knuckles.
Knuckles is invited. I don't want Sonic.
Yeah. Okay, so he'll sit on the list for a minute here, but I gotta level with you. He's like my first to go if we've got to kill somebody again. Okay. So this last one I have representing Nintendo of the current era is Shulk from Xenoblade Chronicles. Okay. These games are now, same kind of thing with Pikmin. We've gotten 4 of them. Xenoblade Chronicles was a big deal because Nintendo of America did not want to release that game here. And the fans got together, Operation Rainfall, and they made that and 2 other RPGs that were not going to come out here. They made that happen, and it was a big deal on the Wii, and then, they brought it back for 3DS. It's crazy how they brought that game to 3DS, but they did. And now, obviously, on the Switch, the series has thrived. So I think he's, again, the most recognizable face, but I kind of think Xenoblade has to be here.
Okay. I agree. I'm reluctant to agree, but I believe that Xenoblade does hold a spot.
But here's the problem. So I felt good about putting Shulk on the list. Now, though, with what you're talking about, like the kinds of fighters they are.
Yeah.
I mean, is he too similar to Marth and Link?
Yeah.
I mean, he has the Monado arts and stuff, but like, I just don't think it differentiates enough from the other 2 sword fighters we have.
I would almost,
and Little Knight, if we keep Little Knight.
I almost would sooner bring back Samus.
Okay.
But I don't know.
All right.
Like, because now I'm thinking, like, we killed Samus.
We didn't kill Samus.
Oh, we didn't kill Samus.
Samus is alive for now.
Samus is alive. Again, I'm getting mixed up.
We've threatened Samus. So how many more do you have?
Like 4.
Okay, well, why don't we hear them, and then we'll whittle down.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. My picks are bad.
Why? Who are they?
Hold on. Let me pull up here. I want to look at what you've been typing. So it's hard for me to not have a visual in front of my face, and I'm going to go back to our visual here.
Yeah, I've got them there.
I can more intelligently go through my people here. I feel like right now I've formed an alliance of people, and I'm trying to position them intelligently.
Okay.
And I also want to pull back open my reference photo here because, is this how they felt?
Maybe.
Because I'm sitting here looking at this and I'm thinking I want to represent these games for selfish reasons, but I have to be non-biased a little bit to cater to the people.
Yeah.
And
so I have one thought that I can't get out of my head right now.
Okay.
And this is going to sound like sacrilege, but
oh man,
I think we do need to in fact kill Samus and lock in Little Knight.
Whoa.
Because of the Metroidvania connection.
Whoa.
That's the way I'm thinking.
Whoa. Hold on.
Samus is a great legacy character, but Little Knight is now.
Wow. Whoa. So you're taking Samus off of the throne.
I might, because I had a character pop into my head that now I feel like I got to make room for.
I'm really glad.
And so
I'm glad I could bring.
So I do feel like if someone has to go, I feel like if Samus has to go, Little Knight can take that spot.
Oh my God. So you were really Little Knight took the bench.
I really like the idea of Little Knight. I think Little Knight also is going to kill off Shulk because again, another sword fighter. I don't know. So I think Little Knight is going to take out Samus and Shulk.
Both.
I mean, I kind of feel like he's the best of both worlds here.
Oh my God. I'm into it. Let's do it.
Okay. All right. We're wiping out Samus. What the hell did I just do? Okay. So no more Samus. No more Shulk. I gotta tell you, I don't even necessarily know who I want to replace him with yet. I want to get Sonic off this fucking list.
Okay. Well, okay. So I see. Okay. Take Sonic off the list. Fuck him.
Well, because here's what I'm thinking too. I know we talked about series representation, and if there is one series that should have another entry, it's Mario.
Yeah.
And I think, and I don't want to do Peach. I don't want to do Bowser.
Mm-hmm.
I think Wario has made a name for himself outside of Mario. Right?
Yeah.
He can do all sorts of wacky things. He's got his own company.
I know, but
I
know we're not introducing new characters.
We could. I mean, you brought Little Knight in.
I know, but Luigi's Mansion is what I keep thinking about. And your idea of having Luigi as Luigi from Luigi's Mansion with the poltergust.
But even then, I feel like Luigi is still riding Mario's coattails in Luigi's Mansion. Mario's in that game, We don't need Mario in WarioWare. He's just doing his own thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, Luigi's looking for Mario,
I know.
You're right.
You could make a case for Luigi for sure.
And Wario does have a very interesting moveset.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm down for Wario. I think that works.
So we're still at 11 now. We're at Mario, Donkey Kong, Link, Kirby, Pikachu, and then we've added Inkling, Little Knight, Tom Nook, Marth, Captain Olimar, and Wario.
Inkling, Little Knight, Tom Nook, Marth, Captain Olimar, and Wario. Okay. You know what we're missing?
Women?
Yeah.
We got rid of Samus, unfortunately.
I'm thinking right now, who deserves another series who could deserve a second person is The Legend of Zelda.
Okay.
But are they worth that last spot? Or do they deserve to be there more than someone who's already on our list? And I can't decide because there's also other people.
See, I want to know who you're thinking about from Zelda because I don't know if Zelda deserves another spot.
I would want to
be
put.
Convinced.
I'd want to put somebody like
Tingle's uncle.
No, I'm thinking we got to do something from like Tears of the Kingdom. Or I'm thinking like one of the champions. See, I'm thinking new fighter for Zelda. That's the thing. It'd be somebody brand new, which we're not trying to do. But I'm wondering, because at the same time, the Link that we have doesn't mean he's got to be the Link that we had, right?
Right. If we want to give him the Zonai powers and stuff, we can do that.
I think that's what we do. I think that'll soothe my woes here with the one representative of Zelda. Yeah. So, okay.
Well, because I gotta say, the only thing I can think of in that vein that you're talking about, if it's a new person, not Zelda, not Ganondorf, I think, and even the champions, like, I think Minoru with the construct, with the idea of she is like making this machine and that's your fighter, like that's an interesting idea. But even then, I don't feel strongly enough about it.
Okay. Yeah. No, I think you might be right.
I'm looking at first party Switch titles here. We haven't mentioned Bayonetta.
Oh shit!
Of course, Sega character published by Nintendo. She is in Smash Bros. Currently. Kind of represents a different kind of action game, and she's got some ranged attacks, which we don't have a ton of on the list anymore.
Yeah. See, I'm so selfish though. I like don't have any care to have Bayonetta represented on the list.
Sure. Okay.
Because like I'm looking at, so on my list that I referenced, I have Mega Man.
Okay, I like Mega Man.
I have Mega Man on my list, and since we did kill Samus,
what if we dedicated our last spot to that kind of retro Nintendo vibe?
Would we give it to Mega Man, or would we go Game and Watch?
Well, I think Mega Man, I think Game & Watch, I think Rob.
Yeah.
But for some reason, the one that keeps sticking out to me is Little Mac.
I was also thinking about Little Mac.
I don't know why, but I just, like that, I don't know.
Well, for me, I was thinking about how strong of a platform fighter Little Mac is.
Okay, yeah. Is Sakurai making this Smash Bros? Because it would be Pit if that was the case.
It would be Pit. Pit was the other one. I keep thinking about how OP Pit is.
I know.
But Pit is one of my ones that I didn't want to mention.
Who's on my little amiibo shelf over there? Who we got? I don't know. Is there any world where you're putting a second Pokemon in the roster?
From historical Smash?
Just really any Pokemon character.
Oh man. Would we replace Pikachu?
I don't know, right? Like I mean, I feel like there are two Pokemon that have the juice to replace Pikachu.
Who's got the juice?
Gen 1. I think, and they're both existing fighters, actually. I think Mewtwo could potentially, but I think the real answer, if you don't want to outrage people, would be Charizard. You know, Charizard definitely has the popularity.
I thought you were going to say Lucario.
No, I'm not. No. I know people like Lucario. I don't care about Lucario.
I think we got to keep Pikachu.
Okay. That's fine.
Pikachu, because I see Pikachu as a good like combatant against Little Knight.
Okay, I like that.
With two completely different move sets. Pikachu's got more of those range moves. Little Knight's got those fast, quick sword slash moves.
Yeah.
Link's got a little bit of range attack going for him. That sword fighter. And we have Marth, who's another sword fighter. So I feel like we've got our sword fighters. Tom Nook and Wario seem like they're bag of tricks type fighters. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then for some reason, Inkling and Captain Olimar kind of strike me as similar with their move sets as well. And you know what? Little Mac and Mario. Mario is definitely more proficient in the air. He can handle aerial attacks. Yeah. Little Mac would kind of suffer, but they're still also like very strong fighters.
Yeah.
So what are we missing? I feel like Game & Watch and Wario. Game & Watch is another bag of trips fighter. He's got a lot of crazy stuff going on.
He does.
I might actually go with Mega Man.
Okay.
For some variety. I think that'd be my...
And I do kind of feel like, Mega Man kind of fills that hole that we're losing with Samus.
I think so.
But then, see, I kind of look at it, I'm like, well, then we might as well just keep Samus.
You're not wrong, because Samus is more relevant than Mega Man.
Yeah, somehow. I noticed you haven't mentioned ARMS. You don't want any ARMS character in there?
Yeah, I am so unfamiliar with ARMS, but
I mean, I know I'm pranking you here, but outside of Min Min, who's in Smash Bros, I don't think I could name another one right off the top of my head. Yeah,
this is way harder than I thought it was going to be.
It is. I do feel like if we're looking at Mega Man, then we just have to put Samus back in.
I think you might be right.
But they're too similar.
They are.
And I think she has a better case, obviously.
I think I agree. I think Samus might have to come back from the dead.
Yeah, so do you have another pick, or should we resurrect Samus?
I think we resurrect Samus just to have that more diverse edition.
Okay, well, this kind of works because now we have half the roster is returning and half is new. So going down the list, we've got Mario, Donkey Kong, Link, Samus, Kirby, and Pikachu. And new fighters are Inkling from Splatoon, Little Knight from Hollow Knight, Tom Nook from Animal Crossing, Marth from Fire Emblem, Captain Olimar from Pikmin, and Wario from Wario. So, do you feel okay about these newcomers? Or is Wario a sticking point?
What's interesting about this list is that we're trying to appease the masses with rationale behind it.
Yeah.
But is this my choice for a roster? No.
No, probably not.
No. I think if I saw this roster, I'd be like, shit, dude.
But I do think it's realistic.
It is. I think it is. Because it's got the inclusivity for that newer era, but it also has the callbacks where they think they're necessary.
Yeah. No, I want to lock it in.
Let's lock it in.
All right. Those are your 12. Back to basics, rebooted Super Smash Brothers. We did it.
My God.
You're right. It was harder than we imagined.
Yeah. It was. Because that's the thing when we make these lists. I always make a huge pool and then I don't know where to go with it because when we start talking it out, reason comes in, Yeah. And then as soon as reason comes in, I'm like, I don't know where to go anymore.
No, because you talk yourself out of things. And I really liked the Little Knight pick, though. I think that's inspired. I appreciate that. Nice. But this has been your pre-recorded post-Thanksgiving Podcasting with Power. We appreciate you tuning in and hanging out with us. Let us know who you think would make the 12 12 spot roster in a new Smash Brothers, and just in general, who you think would be a good fighter in an existing Smash Brothers. We'd love to hear it. But until then, I'm Zachary Davis, that's from Carlson, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.